Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us here this Monday night, the Monday before Thanksgiving, which we have so much to be thankful for. I am your host, Reverend Raven, and tonight we have a special guest with us, Kelly Jo. And Kelly Jo, please tell everybody how to say your last name, because you know I butcher it every time you come on the show.
That's Monaghan. The G
Monaghan, thank you. I want to say,
an Irish name.
I want to call it Monaghan or something like that. So, Kelly, thank you so much for agreeing to come on the show tonight and to share your wisdom with us about getting through the holidays and staying positive, and plus agreeing to take calls tonight.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm so thankful for everything.
Me too. I tell you what, I'm truly blessed. One, that I have you as a friend. I have some amazing friends, but you're one of the awesome ones who I love dearly. And I'm so thankful that you agreed to come on the show with short notice like you did. And you're always so uplifting.
Back at you.
So tell our listeners that are that listen to our podcast a little bit about yourself. For the ones that never heard you on the show before, I want them to really know who you are, Kelly.
Well, I sort of kind of do a little bit of everything. I'm a clairvoyant, which means clear sight, and I see. Medium, I can talk to dead people, and I also see dead people, and I hear them. And I'm psychic. I can do home investigations. I can clear a house for you if you need help doing that. I do life readings. I can talk to pets and they talk to me. I'm really great at finding lost objects. I find the color that's associated with it. I have friends who'll call me up and say, I lost my keys. Where are they? I said, buy something pink and blue. And it's just, I love doing this work. It's so nice to help people, find direction or help them find closure, or it's just so fun. I mean, how many people do you let touch your energy all over the place when somebody trusts me to do a reading? I'm touching you all over the place, all over your energy field. And it's an honor.
I know.
To be able to do that.
I know, and you also communicate with pets too, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a really good horse whisperer.
Oh, I think that is something beautiful to be able to communicate with the animals and share that to share what they're thinking with that person. So, if they're not liking the dog food or something like that, like you can really share that information with them. Oh,
it's so funny. I have a girlfriend in California, and she has a poodle that's blind, and he's just a hoot and holler. He'll come to the phone, and he'll say, biscuit, biscuit, biscuit to me all the time. I said, well, she already gave you a biscuit. You don't get another biscuit.
How cute is that? I have a black cat that I inherited when Claudia passed away back in August, and the poor dear, I took him to the vet, right? I took him to the vet this past week and everything like that, and he's got like bumps on his skin. He's got an open wound on his shoulder where he licks, and his hair's falling out. So, but yet he's hanging around more, even after he got 2 shots at the vet's office with cortisone and something else. I don't remember what they gave him and stuff like that. But, it's like he finally connected with me or something all of a sudden.
Well, he says, I want you to know if I can have you as my forever home.
Right?
Well, that's what he's saying, and he'll clear up. He has a skin infection, and it'll clear up.
Aw, that is so good. Yeah, I think he was worried that I was because I've been saying, I try to relinquish him to the Humane Society, and they didn't want him because he goes out a lot and stuff like that, and everything and stuff, and they didn't want him. And then, I tried to give him away at the vet's office too, and they were just laughing at me. They weren't taking me serious. So I guess you're right. I guess that's what he's thinking.
Well,
like, stay here.
You need to tell him that he can stay there, because he don't know that yet.
Yeah, well, he can stay here. I will tell him. Because I don't want him to think I'm going to kiss her. I've never been a cat person, really, for a long time.
Well, he fell in love with you, so, he's yours. Let me, I'm yours.
We have a menagerie going on here. We got the dogs and the cat. I mean, what else is going to come flying through that house, right?
You're a beacon. Come hither. Anything that needs a home, come hither.
Miss Jenny said, I'll take him if I didn't have Catzilla. I know. Jenny has a big heart. She has the biggest heart in the world. So, all right. So not only do you communicate with the dead and you can see things for people, you communicate with animals, and you also, you solve crimes too every once in a while, don't you?
Yes. I got to go and work on a few of them. I did a really neat case down in Pompano years ago with another girl, another reader, and I kept saying that the guy disappeared from a certain barn that had to have a gravel driveway, had to smell like stale beer, and have a dock. And, of course, they took me all around the ones that weren't right and finally found the right place. And come to find out, the guy was in a little compact car, and he was 6'2" or something like that. And it took a year for him to find him because they did a police dive, and they found him exactly. He had a yellow shirt, blue jeans, and cowboy boots, and he had been hit on the head. They saw that his skull was crushed. But they found his body, and it gave closure to the family.
Right. Wow. Did they find out who did it?
No. But they found his body. That's what helped give closure.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, because everybody wants to have, to be able to say their goodbyes to the physical body for, that's a really big thing in life, when somebody passes on, that you got to be able to say goodbye to the body.
But I've also had people that didn't want to find them.
Really?
And there isn't anything that you can do about that either.
That's true.
I had one parent that didn't want to know, so I had to tell that one spirit that I said, well, she wants to think that you're still here. I said, so, I'm sorry, I can't do any more for you. I told the girl to go too late, because she would show up all wet. I'd have wet footprints in my house all the time.
Aw.
And I
wow.
said, I know where you are. I said, I know where you are. I said, but you have to go too late, because your mom wants to believe you're still out there.
Aw.
She went.
That's wild.
She went.
So, before we start taking phone calls and everything like that, I want to know, have you seen anything coming up for us in 2017? We're at the end, we're getting close to the end of the year, right?
Yep. We have all kinds of changes going to happen. A lot of people are going to be doing their own spiritual work, deep down soul work. I call it people doing their soul work. And we're going to have some pleasant surprises. Things, economy, I think, will get better. And
right.
I think that, but we're going to have a heavy winter up north. I know that we're going to have a real intense winter up north this year.
Well, how are we going to do it here in Florida? Hopefully not too bad, right?
We're going to get like a frost.
Okay.
We'll have like the Canadian blast, or the Canadian, whatever you call it, express, or whatever it's called. Polar Express. We're going to have one of those, but
it won't last.
Not too bad.
Okay, because I had to wear freaking long johns this morning. It was 47 degrees here when I woke up.
Well, we're going to have another cold snap, darling.
I was freezing, man. I had long johns on. First of all, I got up at 7:30 this morning because I had to take my paperwork into work so I can get paid Thursday. And so I had my long johns on and then sweatpants and a long sleeve shirt and a sweatshirt on and everything and a hood on and all that stuff. I was cold, and I put, my car that I bought, it has heated seats, so I put that heater on, too, when I was driving. So I heated up my butt while I was driving, too. And then it only took like an hour to go up to 57 degrees, though, so it wasn't too bad. How cold did it get there where you were this morning?
It got in the 50s.
It got in the 50s?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it gets 60 and below here, it's like long johns. You break out them long johns and you put them bad boys on.
I'm hot-blooded, so I'm loving the cool weather, so you're not going to like me.
I love you. Don't say that. I don't.
My poor mom, she's freezing. She has a sweater on, and she has her blankie that she puts on her lap so she don't get too cold.
Aw, see, I'm in with the boat with your mom. I'm like, yeah, I'm with your mom. I totally understand. Oh, my God, Jenny says she wore a T-shirt. It was 27 degrees. Are you nuts, Jenny? That's cold. You need to put on long johns. That's cold weather.
We're having the summertime of our lives. We're having our personal summers.
So we can look forward to in 2017 is more awakenings, more spiritual work, and better economy.
Yep, and a lot of things to be thankful for.
Right. That is really good. I'm glad to hear that. And another thing I wanted to discuss before we started opening up the phone lines and taking phone calls for you to start giving more personal information to everybody. But I really want to know, what's your take on if you live by yourself and you're going through the holiday season and you find yourself a little depressed, what do you think they can do to get themselves out of that funk?
Go out and go to a mall and see people, go, get yourself out of your funk and go look at the different decorations in the mall, watch a really neat movie or an animated movie,
Mhm.
And be grateful for what you have, not what you don't have.
Right. It's amazing, that the gratitude thing really works. I mean, it's the first thing that you do.
And call a friend.
Yes.
If you're in a slump, call your friends you haven't talked to in a long time. Catch up with friends.
I totally agree with that.
You'll be laughing before you know it.
Amen to that. Yeah, practice the gratitude every day during the holiday season. Get up and be thankful for 5 new things every day. And I don't know, if you're on the computer and you have access to the computer and stuff, there's called meetup.com. There's people in your area that are lonely too that like to meet up and do things. So you can do that too as well.
And also do volunteering.
Mhm.
Volunteer at a soup kitchen. Volunteer to sing, if it's Christmas time, carols for the old folks. There's all kinds of volunteering stuff.
Oh, yeah, you reminded me, because when Cecil was at the nursing home last year after he had his knee surgery done, so many people there that were at the nursing home, they would look at me and go, I know you, but I didn't know them, right? But they think they knew it, because I got a face like, oh, she's like everybody else, right? So, there are people that don't have anybody to go visit them at the nursing home. year after year. They don't have anybody. So that's a great idea, Kelly Jo, to get those people. If you're feeling lonely, if you want to do something really positive, you go to a nursing home.
Yeah. Or a soup kitchen, help serve meals, whatever.
Exactly. Beautiful ideas.
Habitat for Humanity, help build a house if you have skills. There's so many things that you can do to get out there.
I totally agree. Beautiful ideas. Beautiful ideas. All right, so this holiday season, and of course, also here's another thing you can do for yourself that's really positive, is to get a reading from Kelly Jo, right?
Sure, I'm available.
Yes, you are. Which I have your information. Towards the end of the show, I'm going to post all that. But we are going to open up the phone lines and start taking phone calls for Kelly Jo to talk to you guys who want to get more personal into what's going on now or what's going to happen for you for 2017. Kelly Jo has agreed to talk. And first person that we have, hey, girl, that's been waiting in line is David. So we're going to bring David on the phone line here.
Okay.
Hello, David.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Do you have
so glad that you called in.
Oh, yeah. My wife and I have been trying to plan a move. We live out in the woods, and we feel kind of cut off from everybody. And every time we get things all lined up to, actually sell the house and move, it seems like something comes up and stops it. And we still feel like we should move, that it's going to be beneficial for us in the long run. But it just, we're stymied because we just can't seem to put it together. We wondered if there's something else that we should be doing or some other factor that we should be taking into consideration.
It's not time for you to leave yet. You're not done here yet.
Ah.
Sorry. You have another 6 months. Then you'll be free to go. You'll be a free unit unto the universe. But until then, you have something you got to complete here yet.
Okay. I think I can figure out a lot of it, and actually it makes a bit of sense too.
It's like, no, you ain't going that way. You're going back here. No, you ain't going that way. We'll put you back here.
Yeah, that's kind of been the way it has, and we just get all set up and everything, all our ducks, as we thought, would all be in a line. And then something totally unforeseen would happen and delay the whole process.
Now, are you going to, mountains? Because I see you eventually living near rolling mountains.
Oh, well, that's nice. Actually, the land where we are now is kind of flat. And we'd have to, I don't know, I grew up in New England, and I'm currently in Michigan. New England had lots of mountains.
Well, there's something about mountains in you, or they could be rolly foothills, you know what I mean?
Okay, sure.
It's seeing rolly and rolly. It's real rolly where you're going to live at, and you will have a body of water on your land.
Oh.
You'll have a creek,
that's nice.
A creek, a stream. That's what I'm seeing. And it's water always needs to be close to you. Don't ever landlock yourself.
Right.
So you'll be free to move in about 6 months. And you'll make a profit with your home.
Ah, okay. Well, that's always good to do. Helps you get started afresh. One other thing, if you don't mind me asking, we recently had our dog passed, and the dog was very special to us. We had this wonderful connection with the dog, and the dog was so smart and so responsive. And she woke up one morning and she couldn't breathe, and I tried to get her into the vet, and she actually passed right on the doorstep of the vet's office. And we've always been curious as to what happened. you know, because the
what
dog.
happened to her? You want to know what happened to her?
Yeah.
It feels like a blood clot.
Okay.
But she went quick, and there was no part of it that wanted to go in that vet's office.
Right.
That's why she passed on before she went in there. She's like, she don't like that place. But you have seen her. She comes and goes. It's something about the end of the bed. Did the dog lay at the end of the bed?
She laid either right beside the bed or she'd come up on the bed, and that's where she'd be every single night.
Well, that's what she's telling me. And then when you get the puppy, you're going to get a puppy, like a pound puppy, and teach the puppy. And she says you still have some of her toys.
Yes, we do.
She said let the little dog have her toys.
Ah, okay. Okay, well, we will definitely do that. We'll definitely do that.
Awesome. Well, David, did you have any more questions before we go?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Thank you. And you can, if you want a private reading, you can reach me at 561-333-5367.
Okay.
In the future.
I will probably do that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy
Thursday. All right. Thank you, David. Have a great evening. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, so that was really interesting. And you want to hear something funny that's on the same long lines of that gentleman's story about going to the vet and the dog passing away right at the doorstep?
Sure.
When I went to the other day, when I went to take Ninja to the vet, a cat had a heart attack waiting out in the lobby, and the cat was only like 4 or 5 years old. And I guess it didn't want to go into the vet's office either.
Nope. Nope.
Wow. Right? This is wild. This is wild. I was like, totally, what in the world just happened? What is it with these animals that don't want to go in and see the vet?
Well, and it was ready to go, and it didn't want heroic measures, and it's like, I'm just going to go right now. Thank you very much. Never mind. You know, and the cat has a voice like a New Yorker. Forget about it.
All right. Let's see. Let's take our next caller. I'm going to go to Diana here. Hi, Diana.
Hi. I didn't know I was next. I better turn my, see if I can get my sound to turn down.
Okay.
Add computer. I'm going to have to unplug it and say goodbye. Okay.
Hello.
That was bad. I unplugged the computer, but it's almost dead now. So anyway, poor thing. I'd like to talk to Uncle Harry. Can you pick up Pim on the other side, or does it?
Well, if they show up, it isn't dial them up. Whoever speaks loudest.
He's with me all the time. I'm sure he's already standing in line. Unless my dad pushes him out of the way.
There's a gentleman here with, he's like 5'11", dark hair, has a wisp, khaki pants, white crisp shirt, and a mole on the right side of his cheek. Who is this?
Gosh, I don't know. Did you say he has a lisp? I don't know anybody with a lisp.
No, the list. I said a wisp of hair, shock of hair that falls down in his eye.
Oh.
And he was in the Army. There's an Army man here.
Yeah, Uncle Harry was in the Army.
Well, there he is.
And Dad was not in the Army, so that's the Uncle Harry. He describes himself as he was younger this time.
Well, I can't help how the dead people show themselves to me.
Yeah.
And he says, Happy Thanksgiving, and make that special pie that Mom made.
Oh, well, I don't know. She made pineapple upside down cake.
Well, he's talking about a pie.
Okay. I don't know which pie he's talking about.
Special pie that the family made. They had it every Thanksgiving. But it's not like the normal pie.
Rhubarb, maybe.
Maybe that's what he's talking about. He's talking about the special pie.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
He says that you're getting your sense of humor back.
Yeah, I'm not as seriously spiritually as I was. I've canned a lot of those, we planned everything before we got here. This is happening because you asked for it. I've canned all the things that are not for my highest good. It's okay if other people still believe in them. I had to go through all the cycles. But I'm not as serious as I was, so he's right.
Well, that's the message that he gives you.
Very good. He finds my keys. He is so good at it.
Well, when you're not supposed to go somewhere, he moves them because you're always in a hurry. And you aren't watching what you're doing. He wants you to pay closer attention, please.
Yeah, so I don't fall down, right? Well, when I'm ready to leave, I am ready to leave. But the keys are always supposed to be in my view. If anyone else has to find them, because I let other people have a chance now and then to do things for me, I always end up having to say, Uncle Harry, would you teach them how you do it? Because he'll take me straight to the keys, put my hand right on them, no matter where they are. Other people will just kind of send me shuffling through things. So he's the pro at the key finding.
Yes.
I guess he doesn't want to teach the others how he does that.
Well, it's his thing. It's your thing. It's your special thing, he says.
It's my special thing that he does. Okay.
Yeah. He's saying.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
I don't know. What's he got?
Yeah, ask about a new living arrangement.
Oh, okay. We'll do that one. All right. When am I going to get another room?
You mean somewhere to live?
Mm-hmm.
You aren't going to live in a room. You're going to have an apartment.
Okay. Am I going to win the lotto then or something? Because right now I'm looking for a room for rent. Can't afford the apartment and all that electric bill stuff and all that. I'm on Social Security now.
Well, you're going to find something where you have like a little guest house that you live in. It's like a cottage, like a mother-in-law cabin.
Okay, there was a cabin, but it disappears.
Well,
and it was like a teeny tiny little room, but a huge porch.
And it's one bathroom, and you have where you sleep, and then you got little tiny kitchenette and where you cook and all that. It's tiny, but it's an apartment.
Mhm.
And
with
it's
a big
doable.
porch.
It has a porch. Yep. You have Adirondack Adirondack stick furniture out there.
Yeah,
like great.
The guy said, if you're writing a book, you will like this, and then it was gone. So I got to look up, find that guy's phone number, and tell him, I'm still interested in that one you told me I would like.
And it's affordable. It's affordable.
Yes, it was. Because it's so teeny tiny and just has a big porch.
But it'll work for you. You live on the porch. And just sleep outside.
I can do that. I can sleep outside, too.
I see. Well, you got to watch out for mosquitoes. You don't want mosquitoes.
Yeah. Okay. What does he say about my health? Am I going to get over my holy skin?
Yeah. I'm not a doctor, but they say if you change your diet, you're eating a lot of things you're allergic to, and that's why you're breaking out.
No, I'm not breaking out. It's parasites. It came back positive for ticks. That's what I want to know. Am I going to be healed from the...
Well, you have the titer for it, right? Well, you're going to have...
The test came back positive for ticks, yeah.
Right, you have the titer for it. It's like Lyme disease, right?
Yeah.
Well,
except it's acute right now. They're still active, and I'm going through the whole month of antibiotics and all kinds of stuff.
You're gonna be able to get it calmed down. You'll always have it, but you'll be able to get it calmed down, and you're going to do a regimen of things to do so that you can live comfortably with it.
Yeah. I know eventually I'll be juicing again, so the eating thing is mostly that I just don't really eat. Because, when you're alone, you don't really have to eat till you get hungry. When you're alone, I've lost weight without trying. When I was younger, I couldn't lose weight. And now that I'm 62 now, I've lost probably 70 pounds without trying.
Well, good for you. But you do.
I think as long as you have periods and stuff, you just can't lose weight. I think that was part of it.
No, I'm not a doctor. I can't answer. That's beyond my scope of expertise. But yeah, sometimes I just eat seaweed. So sometimes I eat good, and then like today I didn't eat good. I ate a Stouffer's Mexican thing. Just what?
I do what I want, So the last psychic told me there was going to be a man, and I would have to start liking the commercial Christmas because he was going to like that. And I was going to run right into him after Thanksgiving. So do you agree?
You have to be open to it.
Oh, I am.
Well,
I'm open to it. Well, I'm not close to it, so I got to be open to it.
Be open. And yes.
But sure, if it's somebody who can tolerate me with all my weird spiritual beliefs, then I'm ready.
Well,
the thing about a man is they have to adore you and support you. Those are the two things.
Certainly.
If they don't adore you and support you, then don't waste your time. At my age, I can say that. Now, when I was younger, I had relationships, and one was marriage, but a man with the same birthday 3 times. I really had to learn my lesson.
You're going to change your modus operandi about that.
Oh, I'm not, yeah. This one will be the real one, because I won't get somebody who just drinks and fishes. So I didn't have men for a long time. I even wore a wedding ring to keep them away from me after I did those 3 with the same birthday. So I'm ready for a spiritual man now. Or at least one who can adore and support a person who is spiritual.
Well, he's not as spiritual as you are, but he loves you anyway, so that'll be fine. He'll chase you around, and there you go.
Oh, cool. Well, okay. Leo's a good guy. When he said that, I was like, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. I can't think of anything else. So I guess I better let the next person talk to you. Thank you. I love talking to Uncle Harry. I can hear him now and then. Oh, I should ask you this. What was this all about? I just took a deep breath like a sigh today, and when the sigh ended, I said, "We're here." Now, that didn't come from me. I didn't think about it. It didn't sound like it.
It was your grandma visiting you.
But Grandma was telling me that we were here.
Let you know that they're around you.
And they can do it through your own mouth.
Absolutely.
I thought that was funny. Do you do that kind of stuff?
Oh, I can hear them anyway.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to say it. They actually went through my voice. It did sound really funny. I'm like, who's here? What do you mean? Is it the aliens? Is it the disclosure? You know how you think.
Oh, you're aware anyway, you know.
Well, I'm glad that Grandma was visiting. Okay. All righty. Well, you're wonderful. You're worth paying for. So make sure you tell us what's up and what's are you doing a Christmas special or anything like that?
No, you just told me I'm worth every penny.
Well, you probably are. You sound like it. And
she is.
And I can give you. You don't have to tell me anything, and I give you pages and pages and pages and pages. I make you take notes. I'm the mean old reader.
I hope that this wouldn't make you feel bad, but you do talk like Sylvia Brown did.
I do.
You just spout it all out, and you sound like her. And I know a lot of people gave her a hard time at the end and didn't like her and that kind of stuff. But during her really active, good days of giving people readings, you sound a lot like her.
Well, I thank you. I'm
glad. I'm glad you like that.
Nails she has. Those nails got me.
Oh my God, that's probably why so many people gave her a hard time. But what was up with those nails?
Oh, yeah.
I saw her when before she was famous. I just wanted to say one more thing about Sylvia. When her son was only 17, Kurt's the one who does readings now. And I saw her, and she was doing meditations and stuff. And when she left the little fake stage and went through the crowd, she bent down and took my hand and whispered in my ear, "Hello, Sister Witch." I never forgot. Sylvia Brown said that to me.
Well, you are an old witch, and witch means old wise one anyway.
Yeah, old wise one. So I didn't get to see her after that, so I enjoy always remembering what she did in her younger days. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. And if you want to call me, my number is 561-333-5367.
Okay, that sounds like Jupiter Beach.
It's
East Florida?
Okay. Yeah, she's in Florida. She's on the other side.
Cool, I may see you in person then.
And I am going to go across state next week, and I'll be in Naples for a psychic fair.
All right.
Mystic fair over there.
I will see if I can get there.
Send me the information, Kelly Jo, so I can put it on our Facebook page and everything like that, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I need that information so I can post it for you. Okay, Diana, we got people stacking up ready to talk to Kelly Jo.
Bye-bye.
So, all right, I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Love you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, so let's see. Darlene came on next, and then Christy, and then Sharon. We'll get to you. You guys hang tight. We're getting to you. So we're going to bring Darlene. I hope you come back from the bathroom. So let's just go take a peek here. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Did you
I'm fine. Okay. You're such a nutter. I love you. I'll be fine. Danny, flush the toilet for me.
Yeah, flush the toilet. Too bad I don't have one of the wireless headsets, because I would go in there and flush the toilet right now. I swear to God I would. In a heartbeat.
I won't tell people where you take me when you're on the road.
That's right.
Oh, my God. Hey, Kelly Jo.
Darlene, what's your question?
I have no question. If you have any messages for me, I would greatly appreciate.
Well, they're letting you know that you're going to be all right.
Yes, thank you.
You don't think you are, but you are. You're going to be fine. And you have all these changes coming up for you. You don't like change. You're holding on to the door jamb. You can't leave a room holding on to the door jamb.
Okay.
So it's time to let go of the door jamb and do it with ease, not with dis-ease.
Okay.
But you got all this beauty and all this softness around you. You have all kinds of angels because they're showing me feathers falling all around you. And you have the most exquisite light blue, soft petal, light blue light around you. So that means that you're doing major spiritual healing. And you're in a state of the void. That's what I call it. So just let it be. Just be in it. And absorb the peace and the nurturing and the unconditional love.
Thank you.
And
that was
you're
beautiful.
going to have love again.
Well, sometimes I have more than I need, especially when it comes from little Miss Raven. Reverend Raven.
Hey, Kelly Jo.
Yes.
Darlene has a show. She's usually on air right now, but you might want to consider going on Darlene's show.
Sure, I'd love to if she wants me.
I'll take you.
Oh, she'll do it.
And you also do this work too, right, Darlene?
Yes, I do.
You're going to receive another guide, and you're going to receive a different way of doing it.
Okay.
Am I making sense to you?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm sort of stuck in a rut, but yeah, I can. It's a couple of days. I'll be out of it. I'll be fine. After the 10th, I'll be good.
But what they're saying is you're going to receive a different gift.
Okay.
So they're giving you another gift.
Okay.
Aw.
And pay attention.
That's beautiful.
And pay attention to your dreams, because they're going to give you your prophetic dreams again, but they're going to show you your life. And you haven't done that in a very long time.
No, I have not.
And they're going to show you step by step, just like stone by stone.
Okay.
So that's the message that they have to give you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay.
So, Darlene, I'll send you a link to hook up with Kelly Jo on Facebook, and you can talk to her about being on your show, okay?
Okie dokie.
And you can call me on the phone. I do real good with phone.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not a computer geek.
Oh, we'll geekify her.
We'll geekify her. I tried to. She won't go there. And I'm not,
but I goof it up. I do better with the phone.
It's time to let go and push forward.
Talk about letting go of the door jam, huh?
I really, I do.
All right. Darlene, thanks so much for calling in and blessing us with your presence this evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to bless you with something.
Baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to eat me a chocolate-covered banana in a minute.
Jenny, help. No.
I'm awful.
Yes,
all right,
you are.
I'm gonna put you back on hold.
Thank you.
And we're gonna bring on Miss Christy.
Christy, be prepared.
Yeah, right, Christy. You're in for it now. Okay, I'm gonna put you on hold. All right, so we're gonna go. Do you need a breath? You need a break, Kelly Jo? You hanging in there?
I said, let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. All right, let's do this. And then, Sharon, we're going to be bringing you on next, so don't go anywhere. So hang tight. We're going to bring you on, darling. All right, Miss Christy.
Hello.
Hi.
How are y'all?
I'm good.
Good. Anybody have a message for me from the other side?
You got tons. Hold on. Who is Wyatt?
Wyatt?
Yep.
I don't know.
Wyatt says hi. And there's Bob.
Okay, I do know Bob.
You have a Bob. And he says hello. And he's asking you about the Chrysler.
Well, I've never owned one, so I don't know.
No, but he's talking about the Chrysler. He had a Chrysler.
Oh, he had a Chrysler.
Yeah, it's an uncle.
I have an Uncle Bob.
They're telling me this person is an uncle.
Well, he must have been before my time, because I know my uncles.
Okay. Well, you got an Uncle Bob on the other side. Sorry, I'm not trying to be right.
I know.
But Bob, there's still a Bob here talking about a car that was a Chrysler. So did the guy that you knew that was Bob have a Chrysler?
I worked with a Bob, but I don't remember what kind of car he drove.
And he says to tell you hi.
Okay.
And now, who is it? There's another man here that is, did you have naval people? There's something about boats. And you had somebody that way back that was a mariner, sea captain. They're showing me the sea, the ocean, and Massachusetts. Something about Massachusetts. These are all your dead people.
Okay.
Have you done any ancestry or anything?
No.
Because they're old people coming up. You also have people that, who were the farmers? You have people that were farmers in your family, the dead people.
Well, the only farmers that I know would be my stepmother's side of the family.
And she's with you. She always wore dresses. Who is it that always wore an apron? Your grandma?
Yeah.
And then this lady's always cooking. I see her stirring a huge old pot.
Mm-hmm.
She was always cooking soup or stew or something in a big old pot. And then you have a whole bunch of Italians because I smell spaghetti sauce. So who cooked red sauce?
This must be before my time. Because as far as I know, there's no Italians.
Hey, and they're moved to New York with you.
Well, that would be my mother's side of the family. That would be
you got Italians in the wood pile.
The what?
Got Italians in the wood pile.
Italians in the wood pile.
But you're moving forward. You're getting things done. You're like, get up and get it done. That's your mantra this year. Get it done, get it done, get it done.
Right.
And you're married?
No, not at the moment.
But who's the guy with the balding head? Are you with a fella?
No, I'm not with anybody right now.
You're going to be with somebody that's balding.
Somebody that's balding?
Yep, and his name will be Charles.
Charles?
And he's alive. He ain't dead.
Well, that's a good thing.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm back to the living now. But be open, and he wears glasses, and you'll really enjoy him. And you'll meet on a mental level.
Oh, okay.
And is your mom passed?
Yeah.
He's showing me daffodils.
Daffodils?
Yep, daffodils. So what's the story about the daffodils?
As far as I know, there is no story, but we have to ask my sister.
Okay. Well, I can't help what the dead people tell me.
That's right.
So, what else do you want to know?
what is going to be kind of like, this year's been a real bad year for me, like a lot of people. You said I'm moving forward, so that's a positive thing. So.
And you're going to be able to put some money aside.
Really?
You're going to be able to have a little tiny bit of savings. Not a lot, but a little bit.
A little bit of savings? Okay, that's good.
But you own your house?
No.
Okay. But wherever you live, you got to watch the water heater.
Water heater?
Yep.
Okay.
Watch it for not working right.
I would have to tell the rental people about that.
Well, when it happens, but watch out for that. But
yeah.
You're in a good space. You're safe where you are. You're going to start feeling better. You won't be in your, you're going to start feeling more content and more happy. You're going to get out of your funk.
Oh, good.
Because you've been in a funk.
Yes, I have. I've been in a funk so long I've gotten funky.
I know you have. You're going to get out of it. You need to shatter the energy in your house. Play music.
Okay.
And that'll help. Right. And move your body. When you're sweeping, turn on the music. Whatever, so it breaks the energy. Because you're dwelling on the negative, not the positive. Don't do that.
Okay.
But you are going to get out of your funk. You're going to smile more. And you're going to find your purpose. Because you've been searching for a purpose for a long time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Christy, was that all the questions you had for Kelly?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Have a great evening, and thanks so much for calling in and asking.
You too.
And sorry your dead people are so far back.
Yeah, that's okay. That happens. I've got ancestors. Like everybody else.
Look in your photo albums.
Okay.
All right.
They're saying we're in pictures.
Well, I just put her back on hold, but I got a question about that. So, we have, when we're getting readings sometimes, and everything like that, we have ancestors that come forward.
Oh yeah, you can't help. Sometimes they're way far back.
Right.
And you can't help that, you know? And it's like, they're like, I don't know them people. It's like, well, I can't help it.
Wow. You know, because over the years, people say, you got a Teresa following you around. I'm like, I don't know no damn Teresa, right? You know, that's nothing.
From the 1920s, and she was a flapper, and she traveled on a steamship.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Wow. So there you go. Okay, so we have Miss Sharon that's been holding patiently, and then we got somebody calling in from, looks like Pennsylvania. So let's get Miss Sharon on here.
Hi, Sharon.
Oh, hi. The Pennsylvania person, it's probably my sister, and she's at work. If you want to take her because she doesn't have a whole lot of time before me, that's fine.
You don't mind? We'll come right back to you, Sharon.
No, she's the 412. Okay.
Okay, we'll come right back.
Okay. All right, Miss Pennsylvania.
Yes, this is Miss Pennsylvania.
All right.
Hello. What's your question?
My question is, I'm starting over, and I relocated, and what do you see?
You relocated?
Yeah, I relocated.
Well, now you're getting your bearings, but it's going to be a good fit for you.
Huh?
You're gonna do better there than what you did where you came from.
Yeah, I'm starting over.
Pardon?
Kelly,
Hello?
I think she was talking about starting over.
She's going to move, and where she's going to is going to be better than where she is now. And she's going to have a sense of belonging where she's moving to. And it looks like you could move. It's a long move. It feels like it's out of the state where you are.
Yes, I did move out of Pennsylvania.
You know, and you're going to like the more moderate climate. And it'll be your forever home. You're going to be putting down roots. And you're gonna find the home that you're looking for. It'll be for sale, like privately. You're just gonna be driving around. You're gonna find the house that says for sale by owner, and there you go. And you'll be able to live more comfortably and be able to financially afford it a whole lot better. And your property's going to come with a little tiny bit of land, and you're going to be able to do flowers and a little garden.
Okay, that sounds good.
And the house has good bones. It's an older house. It looks like it's built in 1952. And whoever lived there was like a carpenter, because you got built-in bookshelves, you got built-in curio cabinet in the kitchen. It does have a basement. It does have a main floor and an upstairs. And it's gorgeous. It's like an old little, it's stick house. That means it's wood. And it's like a little old farmhouse, but it's darling.
Hey, do you see any message from anybody that's passed?
Have you, your mom, is she passed?
My mom's fine.
Your mom's fine?
Mm-hmm.
Who is it that helped raise you? Is it your grandma?
No, my mom. No, my mom. It was our mom that raised us.
But there's a woman here that gives off mother energy. So it's probably a grandma.
Would be.
And she had short cropped hair. She was like 5'5", wore glasses. And
that would be my grandmother.
Huh?
That would be my grandmother.
Yes. And she's here, and she's giving off mother energy. She helped tell you about the world. She was really cool. And she told you about the world. She showed you how to do things. And she helped to raise you. You spent a lot of time with her. And and you're looking for a necklace or something. You lost a piece of jewelry. She says it's right there.
Okay.
You didn't lose it. You stuck it away so good you forgot where you put it.
That would not be surprising.
And who is it that you, the grandma was the matriarch where all the family came, the family gatherer? She says that you're the family gatherer now. The staff has been shifted to you. Has that happened yet?
No. I guess it can.
So you're going to be the one that's like the matriarch. And you'll be the person that keeps all the family and the lineage all together. Do you know what she's talking about?
Not right offhand. I'd have to think about this.
In other words, you're going to be the place where everybody gathers. You're the one who's going to do the family reunions and stuff.
Well, I did make a remark to my sister. Everything works out this would be a nice place for everybody to come visit and spend the week.
Well, that's what you're going to do. That's what she's talking about.
Is Sharon your sister?
Yeah.
Would you like me to bring her on? I can bring her on too.
Well, I got to get back to work. So if you like to
Okay.
don't run on, I appreciate taking me ahead of her, and you guys can talk with her.
Okay. Thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right, Sharon.
Hi. That was nice. Thanks. I think she was looking for somebody on the other side that was a male, not my grandma.
I can't help who shows up.
I know. That's funny.
It isn't dial them up.
We just said she just moved out of state and said about possibly everybody meeting there for a vacation.
Well, and
awesome.
so that's what they were talking about, hon.
Yep, that's what I got out of it. That's good. Okay, so I have a kind of a strange question here.
All right.
It pertains to some missing money. Now, it's not me. It's my husband's niece, and she lives up north, and she lives with her grandmother when her grandmother's up there out of part of the year. But she had put some money away to go on vacation, and it turned up missing, and we're just trying to figure out, because there's multiple people.
Who was in the house? It wasn't her grandma.
No, nobody. The grandma, when the money was missing, I believe the grandma was living down here. She only lives there 6 months out of the year. But there's
who did the daughter let in their house?
Well, that's just it. She didn't let them in. People have keys. So the grandma's condo. So we were just trying to figure out where the money decided to walk off to.
Oh, it was a male.
Oh. Describe. Can you?
Looks like in his late 30s. Sandy brown blonde hair. Clean shaven square jawline.
Oh, I know who it is.
That was digging around. She had it put away and they took it.
Yep. Yeah, I think I know who you just described.
And he wears a leather jacket.
Interesting.
And peg, you know, the tight blue jeans?
Yep.
You know, peg pants, they're not really that, but I call them that. I don't know what they call them nowadays.
I don't know what the hell they call them anymore, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you have any other questions?
Finances. Anything you see.
Well, you're putting stuff away so that you can, did you start an IRA?
I did a long time ago.
Well, you have something in that. But don't get into it.
Oh, okay.
And you're going to be able to have savings this year. Are you thinking of doing a lateral move work-wise?
I'm not working. I want to open a business.
Oh,
the finance is my issue.
Right. Well, what happened to that?
I still need between $30,000 to $50,000.
And you don't have. Well, try something called Loan Angel, or something like that. There's a lady that does loans for people that can't get it.
I was going to write President-elect Trump and ask him for a loan. Will that work?
No.
Yeah, a lot of places don't want to give me the loan because it's a startup business. Everything I've called, they want you to have been in business for a year or more.
Yeah, in order to get a loan for yeah, you have to be in business to do that.
Yeah,
Well, try one of those things where you raise money, Kickstarter or something.
Oh, okay. That's an idea.
I have
my
no
husband,
idea,
what about him? He's not working either, and he's been turned down on his disability and keeps appealing it.
Well, he'll have to keep doing that. He'll have to reinstate that, resubmit it. But I do see like a little job up from an old friend for him.
Oh, okay.
I think it comes through a friend.
Okay.
It's through a mail. And it looks like that'll probably come about first of the year.
Okay. That's good.
Anything else?
That's it. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, too.
But there's something angel that helps people. And then try the League of Women that helps business, the little league. It's Google women business. I don't know.
I will. I'll Google a couple of things that you just said.
Yeah.
Twist it and turn it, and maybe I'll get a hit.
Not getting it totally, but there's like a business for a thing for women and small business. Try small business.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm hoping. I wanted to do this already, but you know what? It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I'm going to do it. One way or the other, it's going to happen.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
All right. Thanks, Sharon, for calling in and playing with us tonight. We really enjoyed having you here.
Thanks.
All
Have a
right.
great.
Oh, didn't mean to cut you off. So, but again, thank you so much for coming. Kelly Jo, that's all the people that have called in, so we're just going to continue talking until the end of the show unless somebody else happens to call in or anything of that nature.
Okay, no problem.
Because we have about 22 minutes left and then the show is over. So that's really interesting about we can't control who when we're calling in and we're talking to a medium, that we can't really control who comes over, right?
No, I mean, maybe there's people that do better than me, but I can't control who shows up. It's whoever talks loudest and who, and I can't help that later on, a lot of times people get starstruck with who I'm talking about, or they haven't met them yet. But if they ask somebody who remembers, they can remember them. I have no need to be right. But sometimes it's old people and whoever talks, the old generational people, and it's whoever talks the loudest.
Right. Well, here's the funny thing. When my mother passed away and everything like that, one of the things that I wanted to do was, seek her out. I wanted to order her right up so I could talk to her again, right? Because I missed her. But you can't do that.
No. And it's not nice to pull on dead people all the time because you pop them out of wherever they are.
Right, exactly. So I was getting a spirit portrait done. I was at Casadega. You know where Casadega is, right?
Yes.
Are you there? Yeah. So I was there, and a girlfriend of mine, she sets you down, and she starts drawing, and it's whatever spirit is right around you at that point. And it was about 6 months after my mother had passed away, and I really wanted my mom to come through on the image and everything, but it was somebody that looked like my son, but wearing really old type of clothing. I've never seen this person before. It was crazy.
Right, and it was from the 1800s.
Yeah, yes, it was, and so, but later on, during the day, my mother did come through to her, because I guess I was so disappointed that I didn't know who the hell that was on that paper. And the lady drew my mother without not even seeing a picture of my mother, knowing her or anything. She says, this lady kept bothering me all day until I drew her picture. And she goes, and she told me to come find you and give it to you.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, crazy. That's crazy. So, yeah, I know. You just never know who is going to pop up and come to you when you're having a reading done. It's totally amazing. But the information that you share with these people is absolutely gorgeous. I love it.
Well, thank you. You know, sometimes people don't get what you're saying right then at the moment, you know. So a lot of times they need to sit with it, and there's no need to be right, and they don't understand who you're talking about. Then later on down the road, they'll understand it.
Right. Exactly.
One time I did a reading for a lady, and I said, you have a 1920s flapper lady with you with a steamer trunk, and she's wearing those rhinestone barrettes in her hair, and she swears that you have a photo of her. And the lady was saying, no, I don't. I don't know anybody like that, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, fine. You know, I'm not attached to it, you know. And she calls up like, 2 weeks, I don't know, 2 weeks later, Kelly Jo, the lady, I found her. She's in an album. You know, and then one time I did a reading, and the grandma was emphatic that she bought her granddaughter a necklace. And I was reading her granddaughter, and
right.
Come to find out, no, I don't have no necklace. I didn't have any. Grandma never gave it to me. And then she called her mom, and then her mom called me and says, I'm sorry, I was supposed to give her that necklace, and I forgot it in my jewelry box.
Wow.
Where the necklace
that is wild.
Coming from, you know. And it's like I said, I can't help what the spirits tell me. The lady was emphatic. I bought her a necklace. And then, no, she didn't. Yes, she did.
Right. And let me tell you something else. Like, one time I was down here, I was visiting my friend down here in St. Petersburg before I moved here. And this was before I married my husband that passed away. And I went to one of those, you know, where they dressed up in medieval clothes kind of fair kind of thing that was going on down here. Yeah. And and so there was a psychic lady there, right? And I think she was doing little readings for it was $10. So I was like, oh, come on, Lana, let's go do this. So we sat down and everything like that. And she lit a candle and she goes, oh, you're going to marry a guy with the initials TB. And everything. Well, first of all, I was married at the time, and his initials weren't TB at all. His initials were MC, and everything. But I left him, and I did meet somebody within. It wasn't TB though; it was JB.
Okay.
You see, so again. You know, you'll get information that hasn't come to pass yet, right? But it does. And so what? They didn't see the little hump on the T.
Yeah, oh well.
But it was pretty wild. And I married that guy, so.
Well,
they didn't tell me he was going to die, though, shortly after we got married. But, you know, I probably wouldn't have married him then if I'd known that, right?
Right.
So, anyway, tell us how we get in touch with you. I have it right here. It's when people listen to the podcast. There's information you have a website, right?
Yes, KellyJoPsychic.com.
Right, and that's a link right there that they can hit to go to that.
Right. I think they're doing work on it. I'm not sure if it's up.
Yeah, it is. I just went to it.
Okay.
It's up.
And then my phone number is 561-333-5367. You can call me, and I do better with calls than anything. And I have an answer machine. You can leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you, and we'll set up an appointment.
Exactly, and I posted that number right here too. So all of you guys that are listening, either right now or in the future on the podcast, there's Kelly Jo's phone number right there for you in black and white, 561-333-5367. And again, if you don't, you can always go to her website. You can click that link right there on her picture. It'll take you right to her website, and she's got contact information. You can fill that out to contact her, but her phone number's right there on her website too. She has it posted everywhere, which is great. And you have YouTube videos too, right?
Yes, I do. KellyJoPsychic.com. I have little quibbits on there, and they're a lot of fun. I do little informational videos. And
now let me ask you this: how often should we get a reading? By the way, I want to know.
Well, if you have an emergency, you can call sooner, but usually wait at least 3 months because energy don't work speed of light, and you got to give energy time to happen. And that's
so every 3 months or so you can get a reading done.
Yep.
I gotcha. Now, when somebody passes away, like, how long should you wait before you reach out to communicate to them?
I would say wait at least 3 months, because when they first die, sometimes it's hard for. They can communicate, but it's hard for them to modulate. They haven't learned how to control the energy, and they sound like they're underwater, and they're hard to understand.
Wow. Do you, we have another caller that's called in. We're going to take him in just a second here, but do you find that when they first passed over, they start playing with electricity in your house?
Oh, yeah. They hang around for like 3 days after they pass. They like electricity because they can control it, and that's the best route to get a hold of it. They mess with the TV, mess with the radio, mess with the phones. Me being a medium, the dead people love the computer. I got to clean the computer room out all the time.
Oh, my gosh. My gosh.
They can still mess with phones, even though we have cell phones. They can make a cell phone work.
Oh, my God, that is so true. And sometimes when I'm talking to some of my friends on the phone, like these weird things come happening through the airways and say the weirdest and god-awfulest things you can imagine sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I call them aliens and then little oogie boogies. It's like, oh, we got an oogie boogie.
Right? That is totally wild. All right, let me go we had another caller, so I'm going to bring in, looks like Alan. Hi, Alan. Do you have a question for Kelly Jo? Are you just listening to the show? You're not really talking, are you?
Are you talking to me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Okay.
It has Alan as the first name.
I'm not Alan. I'm Ann, and that's my son's phone. It's under his name.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling. You have a question for Kelly Jo?
Yeah, I've been trying to connect with Kelly. This is Ann. This is Dave's wife that called earlier. The first caller that called?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm his wife.
What do you want to know?
Well, I have like a million questions because I'm going to get a reading with you at some point here in the near future. I keep missing you on the Facebook thing. But almost everyone in my family has passed away. So I would like to know, is there anyone around me at all that has...
They're always around you. They're the ones that are all the noises and knocking the pictures over. Who was it that died of chest?
The chest?
Cough.
What? Sorry, what?
Who is it that died of lung issues?
That's hard to tell. Could be my brother, maybe, because he had pancreatic.
He was making me cough, and he's letting me know that he's around you. And he used to mess with your head. He'd hit you.
Oh yeah.
He's like, he's right there, and he's the one that's been playing the songs lately.
Oh my God, you are so right on. That is so funny because my dad.
He goes, I got your back, sis. I got your back, sis.
Oh, that is like so cool. That is like so cool. Because my dad had a vending business, so he had jukeboxes, and when he would take the 45s off, we would get to go through them. And right after my brother died, which was it'll be 3 years on the 23rd. In 2 days, it'll be 3 years. And the Beatles songs are playing. Huh?
I'm here. I'm here.
Well, no, I mean, it's everywhere. They've been on the commercials, on the TV. They've been in the stores. I mean, I start crying. I'm telling my husband, we got to get out of here because I'm going to start crying. I says, I know he's doing this. And I says, if he thinks it's funny, this really isn't very funny.
He's laughing. He's laughing.
I knew it. I said, I just knew he was the one that was messing with me. That is so funny. Oh, my gosh.
He used to have so much fun with you. He goes, look at his fun sister.
Yeah, he used to tie me to the pole downstairs and leave me there. He used to do mean stuff to me.
He was mean to you, too. He was older.
He was mean to me, but he thought it was funny.
Oh, yeah, he thought it was hilarious.
Yes, he did. He really did. He said to me one day, do you want to play 52 pickup? And I said, sure. And he threw the cards all over the floor, and then he left me there, and I was just crying. Oh, my gosh. Well, can I ask him a question?
He's still here. What?
Ask him what I should do with the white Trans Am.
Sell it to a collector.
I know that, too. I knew that. Okay, does he have any message for my son?
He needs to follow what he wants to do. He keeps stopping himself. He has to get out of his own way.
Okay. Does that have to do with politics?
He has to get out of his own way and do what he has to do.
Okay, he doesn't say it's...
Do it for the thrill of it, not because he has to.
He doesn't say what it's about, though. It's not about politics, is it?
No. Talking about his life.
Okay. Well, because my son got into politics thinking my brother wanted him to do that. I never felt that was right for him, but... Yeah, I've been playing tag with you on Facebook for about a year, going to get a reading from you. And you keep saying, call me, and I say when I get home, and then I get home, and then I forget. So after today, I'm going to get a reading with you.
Okay, well, call me on the real phone.
Well, and it was really meant to be because we came in from town. I went on my computer, and my Facebook page opened up, and right there it said, Kelly Jo is online in an hour. And it was like an hour ago, so I figured you were just coming on, and I told my husband, write this number down, call. So we got to talk to you.
But your son needs to do what he wanted to do before he went into politics.
Oh, okay. I mean, and I know you are so right on the money when you said the songs. It's like, oh my God. He was sending me messages all over the place, and nobody would believe me.
And it's
nobody.
They do that during their anniversary.
Well,
he's showing me red roses, and that always means an anniversary.
Oh, that's interesting, hey? That's like so cool. That's like so cool. I've gotten messages from him before from other psychics too he must be buying me a lot because I feel him always around me.
They aren't with you always. They have to go and do whatever they do, but
I feel him around me. I feel him, and I feel my father around me quite a bit.
Who smoked a pipe?
My dad smokes cigarettes. My brother smoked a pipe, but it wasn't tobacco.
Well, they're showing me a pipe.
With the wacky tobacco, maybe.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, my God, that's so funny. I don't know anyone else that smoked a pipe that I'm aware of.
Well, I thank you, and I wish everybody happy Thanksgiving.
Well, thank you. You too. I'm glad I got to talk with you. I kept calling on the other phone, but it wasn't getting picked up, and I figured because it was the same phone number. So I tried the cell, but yeah, I will get a hold of you.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't pay attention.
That's okay. It was so fun listening to everybody else. It was great
I really
listening.
appreciate you not giving up and everything like that.
She was like really good because I was listening to everybody else and they weren't like saying, well, no, I don't know this one and I don't know that one. And I was thinking you have to be really open and leave yourself open to get the messages. And I'm always wide open. And she just nailed it when she said about, the songs and messing with me and stuff. It's like, wow, that's my brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, I will be talking with you real soon in the future.
Hey, hon.
All right. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. You guys have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy
You
Thanksgiving,
too.
everybody.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Raven, for having me.
Oh, honey, you're welcome so much. I love you coming on here. I love talking to you. You're such a delight and a joy to have you on the show every time. And I do hope people will contact you to get a reading because you're absolutely fabulous with it. And I know you're so insightful. You pick up I can remember what was it, back in February when you were on the show, right?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, it was back in February. And then right after that, my friend Jenny's dad had to go into the hospital, and you picked up on it without even knowing that was going on. So, and you were so concerned. So you have a beautiful gift, and you do share. So I really appreciate everything that you do.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate back at you.
I just feel so blessed you're in my life, so there's something to be thankful for right there. So,
I have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
I do too. I hope you keep your mama warm.
Oh, she's nice and warm. She's snuggly. We have a whole bunch of old-fashioned blankets on her bed, and she's good.
What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving anyway?
Oh, we're just gonna keep it quiet. I'm gonna do my homemade stuffing, my green bean casserole, candied yams, squash and turkey, and a pumpkin pie, and just us. And
oh man, if I wasn't working, I would totally be driving over there.
Well, if you're hungry, I cook enough food for an army. I always have.
I know, you can't help it. It's one of those things, right?
I am fascinated with big pots. I must have had tons of children when I was in another lifetime because I'll fill up a whole pot.
Aw, that is too amazing. All right. Well, everyone, again, if you want to get a reading with Kelly Jo, she loves to be called. So call her at 561-333-5367. Or if you can't remember that number, just go to kellyjopsychic.com. That's KELLYJOPSYCHIC.com. The phone number is posted there. There's some YouTube videos. And you guys all have a happy Thanksgiving. Again, thank you, Kelly Jo, for coming on and playing with me tonight and being such an awesome guest.
Thank you. And again, happy Thanksgiving again.
All right. You guys have a wonderful week, and we'll be back here next Monday night when my guest is going to be Deborah A.K. Thompson, who's an author, and she has a gospel music workshop. So please join us next week for that program after Thanksgiving. And I love you guys, and have a great night. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.